Okay. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the September 1st Police and Meeting. I'm going to begin by taking attendance. I have Councilmember Brennan, myself, Town Clerk Martinelli, Comptroller Greenwood. Standing in for Supervisor Puccioni is going to be
Susan Postinelli as her designee.
and Councilmember Moskowitz. Okay. Moving right along. So you said that we're going to have to hold off on voting on the minutes due to not having
Enough people who would
enough
be
people
able
that
to
would be
vote.
able to vote here. So we'll move that to the next meeting. Okay. Operationally, the Police Reform Implementation Task Force meeting was held on August 4th, 2022, and the next meeting is tonight at 5:30. All are welcome to join. Our department is currently looking into the possibility of assigning a member of the Detective Division part-time to the Schenectady County Street Crimes Task Force. This would have reimbursement through Schenectady County. We've had some conversations behind the scenes. I think it's imperative that we continue to collaborate with the other entities and other law enforcement entities inside of the county. This would give us the ability to do that utilizing a person that is already funded, but it would also give us some monies back depending on how we structured it. It would not be a full-time assignment. It would be something in the area of reporting maybe 1 day a week to assist with those things. We already work with them extensively. We're noticing that we're doing more work with the Street Crimes Task Force, obviously because of legislative changes for extreme risk protection orders, the vehicle larcenies that are going on, things of that nature. So we would like to assign somebody on a part-time basis and then hopefully seek some reimbursement for salary and overtime for that position for all the time that they spend there. And those details will be coming out as we move along. I got an MOA through the Street Crimes Task Force that Town Attorney Finn's going to have to review, and we'll have more conversations about that. In conjunction with that, our department is having more directed patrols in our neighborhoods due to an uptick in larcenies of vehicles. I mentioned this last meeting. We have assigned details for overnight hours to do this. And again, more directed patrols. We put folks out on overtime for this. I know we've received some different emails regarding it. I know Councilmember Della Rod actually emailed me about Hexham Gardens in the St. David's Lane area. We have noticed this. We are tracking it. We're working several pieces based upon it. Not to get into too much detail, but this is sort of Capital District wide right now. And the best advice I can give to folks is obviously to continue to lock your vehicles, lock your houses. If you have motion lights, make sure they're on. If you have cameras, make sure they're working. And do your due diligence. If you see something, call us. Something seems out of the norm, please call us. We're always available to respond and kind of work through this with our community members. So please be diligent and continue to lock everything up, please. Fleet and equipment, 602 is still in the process of being outfitted. I got photos today from the upfitters. It is stripped and it is being done as we speak. Our department is looking to apply for a grant through the Niskuna Community Foundation to fund 2 trailers for radar signs. We had contact with the county ledge who had purchased those signs at some point to help on county roads. We also have 2 for town roads. And in order to be more mobile with those digital radar signs, we'd like to be able to bolt them onto trailers so that we don't have to put in a work order through the highway department and possibly posts and then have somebody go out and adjust the sign. It would just make us more light on our feet and mobile. And it sounds like the folks over at the Niskuna Community Foundation would be willing to look into possibly funding these 2 trailers for us to go ahead and sort of manufacture sign trailers together.
Were you exploring the county paying for this?
We were at one time. The county actually sent somebody over to look at the signs with us and kind of come up with some different ideas. When Ian Munger and I spoke about it, we thought the quickest way to actually get the trailers and do what we need to do would be to actually apply for a grant. Not saying that the county couldn't do it or couldn't fund it, but we were just looking for something clearest path forward, quickest path forward. So the building, the Sallyport drain is currently plugged. Again, Charlie Bergami is still working on this. We're still working on the ceiling being replaced that collapsed due to drainage in the attic with the AC vent. And also, just to add to this, we have some leakage going on with one of our locker room facilities that's coming through the ceiling down towards the booking area that he's also working on. Training. Officer Guest continues to progress through field training. She's assigned to A-line right now. She comes back to B-line, I think, next week. All the reports are that she's progressing well. Recruit Spataro continues to progress through the Zone 5 Regional Law Enforcement Academy. Again, no bad reports there. Detectives Frenier, Daly, and Cafago will be attending sex offender training on September 9th. That's going to be at Proctor's. Sergeant Frenier, Sergeant Woody, Sergeant Relation, myself, and Lieutenant Twitty will be attending the DCGS Symposium September 27th through 29th. It covers a wide range of topics for more up-to-date training for sort of that middle management and above. And so that's why we're all going to go as a group together for that, and hopefully learn some updated information on the legislative changes and different ways we can make our department better for our community. Officers Hemmerding and Venno will be attending the breath alcohol operator course in Warren County, October 5th through 7th. Citizen correspondence, some ongoing, Scott and Tammy Kishwa, the weight restrictions on Mansfield Road between Balltown and Union Street. Still working with Tom Attorney Finnan on this. Again, I think I mentioned it at the last meeting. Weight restriction signs have to be a part of town code, and there are some that are identified that have not been a part of town code, and that's why this is going to be something that we're going to have to work on a little bit longer, because obviously it's a process. We can't enforce signage that was never adopted. Mike Casella had requested the town make the area between the bike path and river at Lions Park a no parking zone. We spoke about this past 2 meetings, I believe. I'm still working with Town Attorney Finnan and with Town Planner Laura Robertson about that particular piece of land, because we believe we have some sort of agreement with the state that we may be able to actually just put up the signage, but I'm waiting to hear back from them regarding that. Lance Hunt, he had requested a stop sign on Cayuga Road at Algonquin Road. It has been identified as an uncontrolled intersection. I'm still waiting for some data back from Officer Munger regarding this intersection to sort of move forward with discussions. Some new items, Ben Mastriani, he requested a conversation in both the public safety and complete streets regarding changing the speed limits and Old Mosquito to 25 miles an hour. Recently, Governor Hochul had signed legislation allowing municipalities to lower the speed limit from 30 minimum to 25. We've had some conversations, myself and Councilmember Brennan, Supervisor Puccioni. We've begun to discuss these options, and we're going to continue to assess this, whether or not it's a viable option for Old Mosquito sort of moving forward. Paul Shelmanden requested the area of Baker Ave and Regent Street and Baker Ave and Dorwell Boulevard be looked at for stop signs, and is concerned over speed, including speeding school buses as school approaches. We did do a traffic study over in that area already. The traffic study was conducted. One second. So exactly what it was. It was on Regent. It was on Regent near Baker, is where it was conducted. For that time period, it was the 21st of August through the 24th of August. The average speed was 19 miles an hour, and the 85th percentile was 28 miles an hour in that area. Officer Munger has spoken with Mr. Shelmanden quite frequently regarding this, or I'm sorry, extensively, not frequently, extensively regarding this. He sent myself and Councilmember Brennan a very long, thorough email about how he's going to address some of the other concerns, because there was a lot to unpack between school buses and everything else. And he has a plan to sort of continue analysis of that area moving forward to address those concerns. Mr. Frederick Albert, city concerns over speed and stop signs not being complied with in the area of Van Antwerp Road between Grand Boulevard and Union Street. We've directed patrols to this area. Officer Munger is going to be deploying the digital speed sign, and we're also going to have a traffic study completed to further analyze that area. It seems like VA, essentially between Balltown and Union Street, a lot of the residents over there have various concerns that we need to just continue to look at and decide how we're going to deal with it as a community. Town events. Again, the farmers market is still going on. September 3rd and October 15th, we're going to continue to do Coffee with the Cops, so please come down and see us there. The Niskuna Fall Fun Run is September 24th. Lori sent me an email about that, and we're going to hopefully support everybody in regards to enjoying that event as well. Again, the Mohawk Hudson Marathon is October 9th. The Niskuna Shred event is October 22nd, and the Drug Take Back Day at the police department is October 29th. Michelle, did you have anything for the clerk's office?
Not this one.
Okay. I didn't receive anything from the court or the fire department. The school district, I just want to put out a reminder. There are capital projects going on right now at the various schools. School traffic patterns every single year, in the beginning of school, change the traffic patterns of our roadways. This is obviously going to be a particular concern for commuters and residents because there are capital projects going on where it's going to further sort of compound the traffic patterns. And I'm asking everyone to just please be patient with each other because our schools are getting redone, and that's a good thing. And we need to just be patient with the traffic patterns coming into the new school year. Personnel, our agency will continue to be recruiting for potential lateral transfers and assessing the current civil service list for a potential hire in the January academy class. Hopefully that list comes out at the end of this year, although I did speak with civil service and they're not certain. In fact, they don't believe it's going to be certified in time to be able to put somebody in that academy class. We're still talking about community surveys. The supervisor and myself, we're still working with UAlbany to build a partnership for a graduate student analyst position, and that's still going to continue to be ongoing here for a while. We spoke about it at the last meeting, Laura Robertson, Complete Streets, Wyoming Abbott Baker, the mini roundabout demonstration, and Lexington Parkway, the bike path demonstration. I spoke with Lori yesterday. Unfortunately, she was unable to attend last meeting or this meeting. The mini roundabout, I think, is sort of still being discussed as to where to put it. They have yet to decide. I think they had talked about Wyoming Abbott Baker, but it was possible that it was going to go to Regent Street at Coolidge, I think she said, instead. And I think we'll just kind of wait for her to be able to explain it further when she's able to attend the meeting. I don't have any resolutions on for this month, and that's all I have. Does anybody else have anything else that they would like to discuss? No? Okay. Seeing as none, I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll move.
And I need a second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No. And that concludes this meeting. Our next meeting will be scheduled for October 6, 2022 at 3:30 p.m. And we are adjourned at 3:51 p.m. Thank you, everybody, for coming.